Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Pisces August 22, 2024. Relaxing your pace just a little can work wonders today. Take charge of your own happiness rather than waiting for someone else to fill that job. While personal affairs are in the spotlight today, once you resign yourself to an easy pace, you can be quite focused on long-term goals, career matters, and responsibilities. Focusing on the results can make your efforts more worthwhile. Nevertheless, today's moon hooks into the Jupiter-Saturn square, and it makes sense to work on strategies to resolve this longer-term influence. The greater joy you experience in your intimate world can clash with responsibilities elsewhere, particularly related to a hobby, heartfelt pursuit, romance, or care of children. This transit highlights the differences in tastes, styles, or attitudes with people close to you, which can feel particularly disruptive. However, whatever emerges at this time can reveal vulnerable areas in your relationships or insecurities within, and recognizing these things can help you begin the work of finding a compromise. A magical period has been upon you as a carryover from yesterday. Venus will throw on her most active robes and put up her hair as she decides to go on a date with mighty Jupiter, our greater benefic. Whenever these two celestial objects interact, a time of fun, games, laughter, and euphoria arrives. Whether single or attached, today would be a glorious moment to give a sweet gift to someone you desire. If committed, surprise your significant other with flowers or something special. If single, ask out a crush and go to a fancy restaurant. This will make you feel lavish and in the mood for love. Changing your passion project could make it more valuable. A creative venture should be restructured because the moon in Pisces will conjunct Saturn retrograde in Pisces and square Jupiter in Gemini. Usually, you prefer sticking to a predetermined course of action instead of changing things on a whim. Although this is admirable, it could be why a passion project is not advancing. Changing your plans, techniques, or something else might be beneficial. Changing aspects of a creative venture could even make it more lucrative down the road. You may be needed by everyone today. The aspect at play has a way of making people more emotional than usual, and they tend to run to the nearest purse. On to help process the uncomfortable, the challenging, the downright scary. You may experience your own deep feelings welling up, and it's important to take time out to notice what's going on inside of yourself. Here is an ideal scenario. Prepare a nice dinner for your loved ones and take a long walk afterwards. Today might be a little bit boring for you. It's possible because today's vibrations will push you to think and wait rather than take action, notably in your emotional life where the situation won't be very exciting. Your close relationships will be somewhat fragile, and you will be waiting for proof of love that might not be ready to come forth today. Be patient. This slow period won't last long, and happier days are ahead. The moon's return to a playful and creative part of your chart during the heart of the workweek couldn't come at a better time. Recent work and life balance reminders from a full moon will help you harmonize today's playful and creative lunar vibes with a favorable aspect between Mercury in your career sector and the dwarf planet Eris in your work sector, which peaks today. Both are in retrograde motion, making this an ideal time to approach the week with a balanced and measured pace. It is just as a full moon has finished putting your work and life balance to the test that the moon not only returns to your romantic sector today but will move through in the heart of the working week. Knowing that the moon will also return to your relationship sector later in the week and there is an important need to make time for both, these are proving to have been the right work and life balance reminders at the right time. Our eyes in the sky. If you're feeling a little unsure today, that's perfectly okay. We all have those moments when life throws us a curveball, and we're not quite sure how to handle it. This is actually a great opportunity to pause, take a breath, and assess the situation before jumping in. Ask yourself some simple but powerful questions, like, is this the right time and place to express what I'm feeling? Or, how will what I say impact the people around me? Taking a moment to be mindful of your environment and the people you're with can make all the difference in how things unfold. It's not about holding back or suppressing your emotions, but rather channeling them in a way that serves you and others in the best possible way. We've all been there, right? Those times when you just want to blurt something out but then catch yourself wondering if it's really the best idea. Maybe you've had an experience where you spoke up too soon and realized later that a little more patience or thought could have made things go smoother. Today is the perfect time to practice that balance between speaking your truth and being considerate of the timing and setting. Have you ever paused before speaking, only to realize that waiting was the better choice? Now, let's shift gears to the brighter side of today's energy. You're also getting a cosmic push to tackle more daring tasks, and that boost of confidence is magnetic. You're ready to step up to challenges with boldness, and when you approach life with that kind of fearless attitude, you'll notice that things just seem to flow more easily. Think about those times when you were feeling good about yourself and how that positivity had a ripple effect on your surroundings. When you're in a good headspace, your positive energy helps resolve conflicts, strengthens relationships, and makes everything feel a little lighter. It's like spreading good vibes wherever you go. But here's a gentle reminder: while you're feeling confident and ready to take on the world, try not to lose sight of the bigger picture. It's so easy to get caught up in the excitement of the moment and act impulsively. I know we've all been there, caught up in the heat of things, only to realize later that we might have acted a bit too quickly. You don't want to accidentally disrupt situations or damage your reputation by moving too fast without thinking things rough. If you're feeling that restless energy bubbling up, why not direct it into something productive? Consider diving into a recreational activity or a sport that helps you channel that enthusiasm in a positive way. Physical movement can be such a great outlet for that extra energy, and it helps you stay focused on what truly matters. It's easy to get stuck in the what-ifs and doubts when it comes to our dreams. We've all been there, wondering if now is the right time or if we're truly ready. But sometimes, the best way to find out is to simply start. Have you ever had a moment where you decided to just go for it, even when you weren't sure how things would turn out? How did it feel to take that first step, and what did you learn from the experience? I'd love to hear your stories, because sometimes, sharing those moments can inspire others who are standing on the edge of their own dreams, waiting to take the plunge. One of the magical things about today's energy is that when you believe in yourself and take action, you'll often find that the support you need naturally follows. Your self-assured approach can be magnetic, drawing people, opportunities, and resources to you in ways you might not have anticipated. It's like the universe responds to your confidence by opening doors and making things a little easier. Speaking of energy, today is an amazing day to get moving. Whether it's hitting the gym, going for a run, or even trying out that new fitness class you've been curious about, you'll find that physical activity gives you just the boost you need. Have you ever noticed how much clearer and more centered your mind feels after a good workout? That's because when we engage in exercise, we're not just improving our physical health, we're also balancing our emotional and mental well-being. So, if today's cosmic energy feels a bit overwhelming, grab those sneakers and head out for some movement. You'll thank yourself later.